Hi Ray, I just thought I'd make a video to clear a few things up as to what's happening with the Instagram feed at the moment. So if I scroll down to where the Instagram feed would be happening on the Byron Bay page, you can see that there's a loading graphic here and here, and when I get down to Tallow Beach, I have the Instagram feeds already caged here. There were a lot more. You've brought that back to 18. Having said that, I go into Instagram settings, so in the customize tab, and here I have number of photos 18, and on mobile the number of photos to show is 9. The number of columns to show is 6, and the number of columns to show on mobile is 3. So essentially the visible amount of Instagram images is 3 on mobile, but the number of images cached is 9. And the same with on mobile, on desktop, the number of images shown is 6, but 18 are cached. So these settings should be in control of the Instagram images they used to be. So that just needs to be looked at. Moving over to, let's get over to configure. Over here where you've added these account exhausteds, I think you may have been getting mixed up or misinterpreting what I was saying was that I had no indication here that that the Instagram feed was not loading. There was no message here, and I have seen a message there before, something about the Instagram feed API is needing to be replenished. That used to be there in the original plugin, but I mean, even if it was just that, if that loading like that meant that the account was exhausted, that's fine, I guess, for me as an admin. For somebody who is viewing the website, there really shouldn't be anything there. It just should be a blank space. Having said that, no one should ever not see images here, because the goal is to create a page and what would I say? Have it created in the back end, but it's not live until it's filled. I would wait until I've known that all of these pages have got their Instagram feeds loaded, and then I would publish the page publicly. So I just thought that it would be handy in here to have a message for myself. I mean, but if it was just that, beaming as it is, I don't really care. Just as long as I know that this means that the account's exhausted. If I go to here, with this account exhausted that you've created, I'm wondering why this account is active with many more Instagram hashtags to be cached. I would expect all of these to be exhausted as soon as the 7-day rolling period comes up. It goes and fills the next 30 hashtags, and it would immediately, or however long it takes, become exhausted once again. I would imagine that these would be completely exhausted pretty much all the time. They would be forever exhausted, caching new Instagram feeds, and then once all the Instagram feeds are cached, moving on to rechecking previously cached Instagram feeds that don't have all of their 50 images filled and rechecking them. So this for me is a little bit redundant. It doesn't really mean much. I appreciate the effort that you've gone into it, but perhaps the programming is not working the way that I see it. Maybe it's working a little bit different, but I would assume that these would be forever exhausted, continually searching Instagram either for new cached images, new hashtags to cache, or moving on and rechecking old Instagram ones that have already been cached that aren't full of their 50 images, rechecking them to see if there were new images. Also checking that if a person has deleted an image off Instagram, that it removes that image. So yeah, that's about it, I think, with Instagram. Let you get to it. Let me know if you have any questions about that. Thanks so much, Ray. Cheers.